What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, you guys better do that. I'll leave my hot tag here right now and a link in the bio. And I really do appreciate all your support thus far. But you guys are here for the Nike React Elements 87, specifically the Sail colorway. And I gotta tell you, between this and the anthracite, this was obviously my favorite. I'm already wearing the size 10. I did pick up another pair in a size 9.5. So I'll touch on the sizing, the materials, how I rock these, and my overall thoughts on the shoe. So, right off the bat, we'll talk about the schematics and how it dropped. Here in Toronto, I was able to grab these at Livestock. They did an online drop. Retail was around 240 Canadian, but resale is going upwards of 500 to 600 Canadian, which is pretty outstanding, especially since this isn't even a collab shoe. It's just a regular Nike boutique release, which is pretty surprising. So back to the shoe, I'll take away the 9.5 here just to give you a bit more into the details and how the shoe looks in hand, the materials, and just the overall aesthetics of the shoe. So that being said, this is already being titled the shoe of the year. In hand, I gotta tell you, it is beautiful, but with regards to the materials, it is nowhere close to that title. So there's a lot of months coming before the year ends, so keep that in mind. I don't know how this shoe got so hyped, especially since this is the first we've seen, but you guys leave a comment down below, let me know what your thoughts are. But enough of that, let's get into the actual details of the shoe. So with materials, we do have a lot of transparency with the actual upper of the shoe, and that's what brought many people's attention to the actual shoe. So you can wear a pair of socks that are neon or any color for that matter, and you can see it through the actual Sail color right here, apart from the translucent upper, which is done in more of a plasticky feel. It is somewhat webbed, as you can tell, but you can tell that the actual rear part of the shoe is not translucent by any means. The inner portion of the shoe, where the heel lies, is covered in a more of a suede material, which is good for slippage. Apart from that, we do have two hits of orange stripes both on the lateral and medial side of the shoe where the heel meets. In addition to those things, we do also have 3M on the lace tips, as well as on the actual pull tab where the Nike check is as well. Diving into the actual branding, we do have a swoosh right where the medial side of the shoe is on both shoes, as well as a mini swoosh on the top left of this specific pair, and as well as on the heel, which is pretty interesting. In addition to the branding, we do have the Nike React on the tongue and a pinwheel, which is really nice. Apart from that, I haven't really seen much branding, but the inner part of the shoe is done in cork, and a lot of people are raving about this being very similar to the Tom Sachs, and if you haven't seen that shoe, do a quick search, it's pretty interesting. This cork insole does feature a orange iconic Nike swoosh, which is really nice. It's removable, so you can keep that in mind when purchasing the shoe. All that being said, in hand, the shoe is extremely light. I found it to be pretty flimsy, and given that this is already being crowned shoe of the year, I was really expecting materials to be out of this world, but then again, this is really mediocre when it comes to the materials I've seen from Nike, at least for this year. More about the shoe and the technology. This is personally my first time trying React, and I gotta say, just in comparison to Boost right off the bat, it is very different. It's definitely comfortable, but it doesn't give you that soft cushion when you walk. It does have some feedback, and it definitely raises your height, specifically in this pair. So go and try it on a pair. Reacts are really interesting. Nike is deeming this to be a lifestyle shoe, so don't run in these by any means. So that all being said, I'll talk about sizing. I know it's a big question for many people who are looking to buy the shoe. I did happen to get both sizes in the 9.5, which is my true size, as well as a 10. So I decided to go with the 10, more so because my foot is on the wider side of things. So if you have a wider foot, go up that half size. It really does help. It is a narrow build, but if you do have a narrow foot, stay true to size. Your true to size is pretty much your Jordan 1 size, so leverage that knowledge. It is something that you don't want to get too snug on, especially since I've seen photos, especially since the sun's going, but I've seen photos where the sole separates from the upper of the shoe, so you don't want that to happen. The shoe is not really durable, but in that sense, so you don't want to wear this out just because you're getting a too snug of a fit. Jumping to the midsole before I close this and put this on my feet, it is drilled all over the actual upper part of the shoe and down where the heel is, so Nike is deeming this to be really comfortable when you walk in certain areas, and I haven't worn this as much as I had hoped, but I will break them in. So far so good. very interesting feel, but definitely different than Boost. So leave your thoughts down below. Let me know if you guys think this is the shoe of the year. What's your current shoe of the year? I'm really curious. And currently I'm wearing full out Nike gear. I figured might as well wear something light. It's summer out here in Toronto. Tell me what you guys think my fit is like. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, and hit the subscribe button as always. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.